getting a Overseer, which I do see. And at that point, I believe I do choose to move my... Yeah, there I go. Moving my Observer away so that he can't take it out, as he now does have Hydras. He doesn't have a second Queen. When I play Zerg, which isn't very often, mostly just in 2 vs 2s, I do like to get 2 Queens, 1 per hatchery, just for the fact that I can spawn additional larvae anytime I need it, and as well, I can spawn creep tumors when I deem fit. Back towards the middle ground, you'll see the Zerg here is just piling his Zerglings. He's got 18 of them now. They are speed upgraded from the spawning pool. Makes them really fast, really good at surrounding enemies, which is why I like to have my sentries for force field. Zealots personally rip Zerglings apart, so I think I choose to get a few more of those, as I am going now Warp Gate Tech. Got quite a few minerals, and I'm just training my... no. I did start to train my next Immortal, but as you can see, I did see with my Observer that he's getting Hydras. Immortals don't counter Hydras. What does? Colossi. Colossus is probably one of my favorite new units of the Protoss. Their ability to run up and down cliffs, shoot from a distance, and just pew-pew lasers. It's pretty sweet. Anyways, I'm going to get my first one out here, and then I'm probably going to do a timing attack with that. Once I can get a few Immortals and a Colossus out, I usually do try to make a push as long as I know my army is a little bit bigger. And of course, with my Observer in his base, I did do a scout. I did get to see the Baneling nest as well at one point. Not quite yet, but at one point. And he does have some Banelings here. I did see that, and I actually put up some force fields so that I could try to kill them beforehand. Not very well placed. I'm still getting used to that, trying to barricade them so they can't, and they have to go all the way around. I think I did a fairly good job. As you'll notice here, Grap with his Hydras retreats. He does notice he is fairly outweighed in the forces. The Colossus does tear Hydralisks apart. Hydralisks love to get in a nice curve and a straight line, I should say, and start attacking, and that's of course what the Colossus is good at. Back in my base, continuing to macro up. I have not expanded yet. This is probably something I should have done. I clearly had a good army at this point. I think I could have expanded. I had the resources. I probably didn't need to warp these extra Zealots in. But anyways, he did spawn a Changeling here, which I did kill. I did not have a Zealot in front of my Colossus. I knew this, so I killed it. I made a little mistake here by putting my Colossus up front and allowing his Hydras to actually snipe it down. As you can see, he focus fires on it very well. That was a good job by him. Put up a few force fields so that his Hydras were a little awkwardly positioned. Pushed in a little bit more. I didn't feel I was going to win this. I didn't use Guardian Shield. I don't actually think I had enough. No, I did not have enough energy for that. I did manage to lose an Immortal and quite a bit of my forces. As you can see, he actually does have the better army at this point. So retreating, I did a good job. Actually, no, I've got the higher army now. I must have warped in some units. Another Colossus came out. I'm training an additional one. I didn't get the Colossus upgrade, just because of the way this map is, with it being so small, all the little choke points. I didn't really feel like I was going to get a very large range advantage on the Hydras. The Hydras do have their range upgraded to 6, which will actually match the thermal lances of the Colossus. At this point, with my Colossus, Immortal, and reinforced Zealot army, I do decide to push out again, throw up a few force fields, not allowing his Hydras to get all in close. Once again, I didn't micromanage my Colossus very well, and I lost him. Very good job by Grap in focus firing and targeting him down. Immortals just tear up any buildings or anything armored. I love using them in base assaults. They just rip apart any building. At this point, I've got a fairly large army of Zealots, and my last attack was a timing push with the Zealot Charge. I love getting Zealot Charge. It's one of my favorite abilities. It closes the gap on any ranged units, making your Zealots that much better of a tank and damage soaker, and also with getting in closer, it allows them to deal more damage. I was going to go see if he expanded. He did not. So I decided I have the upper hand at this point. He lost his expansion. He lost a large portion of his army. Spawns a yeah, changeling, which I do see. Sorry, guys. Reinforcing my army a little more, pushing in. At this point, it's clearly a GG, and Grap GG's out. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. This, like I said, is my first cast, and I will be doing more. Please give me some feedback, what I can do better, what I can do worse, and I will continue pumping out these videos for you. Have a good night, guys.